And welcome back to Daybreak. There seems to be a national day to celebrate everything nowadays. Personally, I'm waiting for World Cheeseburger Day. You know how it is, right? I love my cheeseburger.
Yes, everybody loves cheeseburger.
Yes, and however, that said, often these national days can be a good way to raise the topic and increase awareness.
Now, for example, did you know that today, 23rd of May, is World Turtle Day?
I did not know that, but it's very interesting. I will get to know that.
Yes, and it gives us a great reason to take a look at these majestic creatures that roam our world's ocean. Now, to tell us more about today is Nesha Ichida, a passionate environmentalist working on conservation of marine life.
Yes.
All right, welcome.
Nesha, how are you this morning?
Nesha.
I'm very good, thank you.
Okay, now let's just get to the topic, okay? Now, what is the importance of Turtle Day?
I think there should be a day to appreciate all the creatures of this planet, and you certainly actually don't need a day for it. We need to appreciate it every day. But it's really nice to have a special day just for sea turtle because how important it is to the ecosystems of the marine life and to us as well, especially.
Basically, you're also Miss Scuba 2013.
Yeah.
And how did you become that and then be interested in, you know, this being environmentalist and...
It started when I was, the first time I dived in Bunaken, basically, when I was 14. And then I literally just came out of the water and like screaming to my parents, like, I want to take my diving license. And I just like thought, oh, what kind of job that involves this every day? So that's why I got into marine biology. I started watching Nat Geo, I started watching all documentary, and from that I just got involved with a lot of volunteer work around
So do you
Indonesia.
experience sea turtles while you were...
Yeah, I've seen them a lot.
Were they cute? Were they big? Like the ones in Nemo, you know? Crushed,
Those one is actually small. You've got the ones that are actually go like 3 meters wide.
Really? Have
and
you
you've seen them?
No. Those are rare. Those are the leatherback sea turtles.
but sea turtles are endangered now. Now, how did that get to that point, actually?
I guess it's because from human pressure in the first place. There are some people in the world that are still eating them, but even though they're already protected. And we also have threats from our everyday activities as well, like light pollution, because baby sea turtles follow the light from the moon to go to the sea, and if there's lights at the background, which is from resorts and stuff, they don't go. Yeah, they head there, not the ocean. And then you have water pollution as well, and then you have marine debris like plastics, which they tend to eat, and they thought they're food. So yeah, it's a lot of stuff.
Okay, so basically, as for you, what are some activities, you know, such as that'll harm the sea turtles, basically?
Everyday environment, everyday activities from humans. Just from mainly that I know is from fishing and activities like the long line fishing that is harming.
They get caught.
Yeah, they get caught. They have a lot of bycatch, sharks, sea turtles, and manta rays and all, and that's from the seafood that we eat. Because we need seafood, we consume so much seafood that we are not aware where it's coming from, how they catch it, how much bycatch there is as well. That's a big threat to them as well.
Okay, now what can we do to reduce them though? Stop eating seafood? I can. I'm a big fan of seafood.
I know, I'm a big fan of seafood as well, but yeah, there's moderation. The first thing you can do is be more aware of what you're eating and where it's coming from and what kind of environmental effects that gets that seafood to your plate in the first place, like where it's coming from, how it's caught, how is it transported, is it illegal, is it coming from an area that is protected? You have to know that.
Has anyone tried to reduce?
Yeah, there's a lot of seafood that is how do you say it?
Banned?
No, not banned. It's like when they catch it in a conservative and a sustainable way. Sustainable fishing.
Okay.
And talking about turtles, like we see in coverage right now and on TV, there's so many different kinds of turtles. Do we have one of these things that, you know, one of the rare in the world?
There's 7 species of sea turtles worldwide, and 6 of them you can find here.
Really?
You can find here?
Yeah.
Whereabouts is here?
Everywhere actually. Sulawesi, you can find all the 6 of them.
Wow.
They have loggerhead, hawksbill, green sea turtles, olive ridley, leatherback, and flatback.
Wow.
And you can find 6 of them in Indonesia, and they're all either threatened or endangered.
All right.
And
okay,
example,
so we'll have the graphic here now. Could you explain to us now?
Yeah. So that is the role of a sea turtle in an ecosystem.
Okay.
Like, for example, the leatherback sea turtles eat jellyfish, so they control the population of the jellyfish. If the jellyfish population gets too high, they eat the baby fish, and that affects the fish stock that we're supposed to eat.
Okay.
And green sea turtles eat the algae that is growing in corals. If they don't control that, the corals will be overgrown by algae and they will die. So that's why they're very important as well. And that is the hawksbill turtle, which eats sponges, coral sponges. They control the population of the sponge as well. So they're very important in the ecosystem.
So they're saving the environment as well,
yeah,
right?
exactly.
Oh,
and that is from my friend.
What about this one? This one?
Yeah, that one is the leatherback and the green sea turtle that I already explained to you.
Oh, right.
Okay.
So they don't look alike, right? You can tell. Can you tell difference though? Like if you see.
Yeah, leatherbacks go to 3 meters wide, the biggest one, and the smallest one is the olive ridley, which only goes like 50 centimeters. I think,
what about the one in Nemo? Crush.
I think that's the green sea turtle or the.
Are you gonna watch Nemo too?
Yes, of course.
Finding Dory.
Yes, of course. I've been waiting for that for 10 years.
It's one of our favorite movies. Yeah.
For real? Yeah. And what made you want to get interested in turtles for the first start? Like, for example, you can, for the love of lobster or whale, whatever, dolphins.
For the love of lobsters. Brilliant.
Why turtle?
I guess the first time I got interested in turtle was when I went to North Sulawesi when they have this turtle conservation. But it's not the usual turtle conservation that you usually see, which is the head starting. They put in pools and they said that we're giving a head start so they can grow at a certain amount of size and then we release it. That's actually the wrong way of conservation because a baby sea turtle needs to practice their lungs, developing their lungs. So that's why they need to dive deep and go up again. That's how they develop their lungs. And if they put entire pool that is very shallow, they can't develop that. And also being in a pool with overcrowdedness, they tend to bite each other. They have parasites, they have bacteria. So basically, we're not doing them any good either. So when I learned that in North Sulawesi, what they do is they only remove the nest to a protected area. And then when they're ready to hatch, they will release them directly. They will just walk to the ocean. And the thing that we can do to help is only by light, like with a torch. Not direct torch, but like a bit of light. So they can be directed
to the sea.
Yeah, to the sea.
All right.
All right. Okay, we'll continue again. Nesha?
Well, after the break, we'll learn more from Nesha on fun and interactive ways to raise awareness on conservation.
We'll be right back.
Nice.
Oh, look at his neck.
Indonesia has the world's largest number of shark species, now roaming in its seas around 150 known species. As an archipelago, 75% of Indonesia's territories are the seas, a busy hub between two large oceans, the Indian and the Pacific Ocean. This condition promotes the wide variety of sharks in the region. One of the registered species is the whale shark, which is the world's largest shark. It can grow up to 65 meters and weigh more than 37 tons.
Aside from having spectacular natural wonders, Indonesia is also known for its tasty culinary treats. There are countless varieties of street food coming from the different regions throughout Indonesia. Popular dishes range from kelepon, serabi, satay to nasi campur. The street foods are always on the lookout by locals and foreign tourists alike. Also, the flavors in these traditional treats can compete with the many modern from the West anytime. And the great thing is, street foods can be found in traditional markets, all the way to Michelin star restaurants in the country.
Yes, welcome back to Daybreak. We're still talking about World Turtle Day with Nesha Ichida, right?
Ichida. Now let's touch on the important topic of sea turtle conservation. We spoke about Crush from Nemo earlier. Now, article says the character actually helps spike a sudden interest of turtles in children. Now, what can we do to teach our children about, conservation of marine life?
I guess the best thing to help with education is by watching documentary, because visuals, you receive it, National Geographic, BBC Knowledge, Discovery, that's how I learned it. And it's not, you don't necessarily need to go to a SeaWorld or to a head starting farm or whatever to learn about it, because you will learn more about it actually on documentary series. And if you really want to get into it, you usually you have to find the right conservation efforts, like the one that I told you, that they just put the nest in a protected area and you help them get to the ocean. That's it. You cannot help them after that. It's part of the food chain.
But it'll be fun, I think, for children to actually watch that, right? To actually see that.
Because I actually went to North Sulawesi with Jakarta Intercultural School, and they had their field trip there, and so we had them help out the baby hatchlings that were just coming out, and they enjoyed it so much.
Did you have to help them, or can they just hatch on their own?
Yeah, they will come out of their nest on their own, and you just have to guide them by torch towards the sea. That's it. You cannot touch them because you can transmit bacteria to them as well, and you want to reduce it.
Wow.
Any other organization in Indonesia that we would learn more about, conservation about turtles here?
The one that I know that is doing it the right way is the one in Tasikoki Wildlife Rescue Center in North Sulawesi. And in Berau as well. They're both doing the same thing. And you've got some in Malaysia, Thailand, and the US doing the same thing as well.
Okay. Now, what are some resources that we can use to make teaching children fun?
I guess from infographics that I just showed you, my friend made that to help out with the visuals. Yeah, with schools and raising awareness as well, because he's not really a researcher or whatever, but he wants to help in conservation, so he uses his skills for design and help out in that. And yeah, basically visuals is the best way you can do it.
All right.
And basically they say that participation is the best way to engage kids. And how are the activities that we can take part, basically, like where you said, join the organization. Besides that, are there any extra curricular activities that you can join or be part of?
The one that I told you about in North Sulawesi, because a lot of school trips
they work together.
there. Yeah, they work. They invite school kids to give them education about turtles, and they actually invite them to the beach where the hatchlings are. And if you're lucky on that day, you might see them come out of their nest. That's the best way you can join in and actually see how it goes.
I think it's very interesting.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And where's the weirdest or the biggest size, or about sea turtle?
Biggest.
You said, you mentioned there was a 3 meter?
Yeah, it's 3 meters, the biggest one.
Wow, that's humongous.
Yeah, it's the leatherback sea turtle.
And you can find that in?
In Papua you can find.
Now, what is this?
Yeah, I think that is the olive ridley. Yeah, that is a sort of conservation that I don't advise on, because I don't advise on touching any wildlife. You should refrain yourself from any direct contact, because you might give them any bacteria as well. So the only thing you can help them is by guiding them to the ocean.
With the light,
with the light. And they actually come out at night.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I was about to ask you, don't they come out at night because they look at the moon, right?
Yeah, they follow the moonlight.
What about this one, though? It's in, I think they have hatched the night before, probably, or no?
Yeah, they probably put them in the tank, this one, and then when they're ready for tourists to come, and they help them.
And is there any
really
certain season of hatching times, or is there any season that the turtles will hatch, or
it depends on when they lay. I don't necessarily know when they nest, but it takes about 60 days or something for them to, from the time their mom laid eggs to the time they hatch. And the mom, usually the female, goes back and forward from the beach to lay 100 eggs each time.
Is this like this? Like right now, there's a coverage right now. Looking
at that's when I think you remove the nest from to a protected area. But there's a certain way to do it because after 12 hours, there will be accumulative of gas inside the egg, so you cannot move it. Otherwise, it will be like poisonous.
Okay.
But how do these people know where the eggs are? I mean, it's hidden all underneath.
They do monitoring, and you can see the tracks from the
But you won't accidentally step on them without knowing.
Let's hope not.
The females are very good at digging. And did you know that the gender of the turtle is...
How can you tell?
Yeah, the gender of the turtle is determined by the temperature of the nest. So the part that is really hot, it will be female. And the colder one will be male. So it's like hot chick and cool guys.
For real? That's very interesting.
How many eggs do they nest in one go?
It depends on the species as well.
Oh, species as well, yeah. So which one lays like the most eggs in one go?
I'm not sure about that, but they lay about 100 or more, but only 1% actually make it to adulthood. So that's why they're very vulnerable, and we need to protect them. And also the biggest threat to them as well is climate change. With the rising sea level, the beaches they're supposed to lay their eggs are disappearing. So when they lay their eggs, the tide will come and wash it away. So it's really bad.
But how do you know? Okay, now how can you tell which eggs come from which species? Do you have to wait for them to hatch? Or
Yeah, you have to
come in
wait for them
different
to hatch.
sizes? They don't come in different sizes.
I don't think so.
Oh, so you can't.
Or maybe they do, but I don't know.
What about this one?
What
though?
do they eat?
Those are tortoises, not
tortoises.
turtles.
Yeah, tortoises. No, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
What does turtle eat?
Different stuff. Like the green sea turtle eat the algae. And leatherbacks eat jellyfish. Hawksbill eat some corals as well. And one more, I forgot which one, eats crustaceans and like crabs. So they help in the nutrient enriching of the coral beds as well.
Okay. Oh, very interesting.
Very interesting, right?
So when's the next trip you'll do for diving or working
I'm heading to Wakatobi in June to work with Operation Wallacea for 6 weeks.
For 6 weeks?
Yeah, I'm going to be so dark.
Okay.
Well, thank you so much,
You're very
Nesha.
welcome.
We had such a wonderful conversation about
and good luck with the program and working together with the conservation also. And we'll hope to see you soon, all right?
Thank you very much for having me.
And after the break, we have the United States, Greece, who have joined the search for a missing Egypt Air flight.
Stay with us for more on Daybreak.